Jai Hind children, we are continuing with chapter periodic classification of elements. In previous class we have discussed about three major classification, that is Doberanus law of triads, Newland's law of octaves and Mendeleev's periodic table. I hope you all have read the textbook and have prepared a note. Okay, so what was the basis of classification in Mendeleev's periodic table? In Mendeleev's periodic table, the elements were arranged according to their increasing atomic mass. Periodic law. Mendeleev's periodic law states that the properties of the elements are a periodic function of their atomic mass. So there the elements are arranged on the basis of increasing atomic mass. We have seen so many limitations also for Mendeleev's periodic table. When these elements are arranged based on increasing atomic mass, the position of isotopes become a problem. So we have discussed about all these in previous videos. Today we shall study about modern periodic table, how elements are arranged in modern periodic table and the properties of modern periodic table. Modern periodic table, the periodic table was prepared by Henry Moseley. So modern periodic table is also known as Moseley's periodic table. The most important peculiarity of modern periodic table is here elements are arranged on the basis of their increasing atomic number. Okay, so in modern periodic table, elements are arranged on the basis of their increasing atomic number. And he found that atomic number is the fundamental property of an element rather than atomic mass. So this was the first time where elements were arranged according to atomic number. So in modern periodic table, elements are arranged on the basis of their increasing atomic number. What is atomic number? Atomic number is the number of protons which is equal to the number of electrons. So it is the number of proton or number of electrons present in an element. That is the atomic number. Okay. So in modern periodic table or in Moseley's periodic table, elements are arranged on the basis of their increasing atomic number. So the periodic law, modern periodic law states that properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. Properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic number. What was Mendeleev's periodic law? Mendeleev's periodic law states that properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic mass. But modern periodic law states that properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. So atomic number is the number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. And different elements have different atomic number. On moving from one element to another, the atomic number increases. That is, the number of proton increases and the atomic number also increases. So different elements have different number of proton and each element have different atomic number. And one of the important thing is that atomic number is the unique property of an element, or it is a unique one for an element. That means one element will have a specific atomic number, or that atomic number will not be there for any other elements. So for each element there is a specific atomic number. That atomic number will not repeat for any other element. For example, atomic number 6. 6 means carbon. The element with atomic number 6 is carbon. No other element have atomic number 6. Only carbon is having atomic number 6. Atomic number 7, nitrogen. Only nitrogen have atomic number 6. No other element have atomic number 7. So that is the basis of this classification. So in modern periodic table, Moseley's periodic table, he classified elements on the basis of their increasing atomic number. Atomic number is the most fundamental property of an element. Atomic number is equal to the number of protons present in an element, and for each element there is a specific atomic number. Okay, so this is what we are going to discuss, how elements are grouped into this periodic table. Now let us study more about modern periodic table. As I have told you, in modern periodic table, elements are arranged on the basis of increasing atomic number. So the numbers written above this element, these numbers are atomic numbers. So here you can see the elements are arranged correctly on the basis of increasing atomic number with 1 unit increase. Starting from hydrogen, hydrogen is having atomic number 1, then helium, helium atomic number 2, then lithium atomic number 3, beryllium atomic number 4, boron atomic number 5, carbon atomic number 6, nitrogen 7, oxygen 8. Like this, a correct increasing order of atomic number is followed in Moseley's or in modern periodic table. So elements are arranged on the basis of their increasing atomic number. Now not only that, he also classified elements into various groups. The numbers written above these numbers, these are group numbers. So first group, second group, third group, fourth, fifth, like that. How many groups are here? 18. 18 groups are here. So like this, he classified classified elements into various groups starting from 1 to 18. These vertical columns are called groups. So how many groups are there? 18 groups are there. In modern periodic table, these vertical columns are called groups. Vertical columns, these columns are called groups. How many groups are there? 18 groups are there. Okay. Now, here on the left side also you can see numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, isn't it? In the left side also some numbers are written here. What does this number represent? These horizontal rows are given by these numbers. These horizontal rows are called periods. How many periods are here? 7 periods. 1 to 7. 7 periods are there. So, in modern periodic table, there are 18 groups and 7 periods. The vertical columns are called groups and horizontal rows are called periods. So, 18 groups and 7 periods are present in modern periodic table. What is the basis of classification in modern periodic table? Increasing atomic number. Elements are arranged on the basis of increasing atomic number, and this periodic table consists of 18 groups and 7 periods. Now let us study about various groups. There are 18 groups in this periodic table. All the elements present in a group have same number of valence electron. That means this is the first group elements. This is the first group. This is the second group, third group, fourth group, fifth group. So all the elements present in the first group have same number of valence electron. Since they have same number of valence electron, their chemical behavior or chemical nature will also be same. That means similar elements or elements having similar chemical properties are placed in a group. All the group members have same valence electron and hence same chemical property. So similar chemical elements with the similar chemical properties are placed in a group. Let us see the first group elements: lithium, sodium, potassium, isn't it? Let us see how to write the electronic configuration. So we have different shells, K, L, M, N shells are there. For example, I am taking 3 elements: lithium with atomic number 3, sodium with atomic number 11 and potassium with atomic number 19. Okay, how to write the electronic configuration? Lithium 2, 1, sodium 2, 8, 1, potassium 2, 8, 8, 1. So this is how we write electronic configuration for these elements: lithium, sodium and potassium. You can see that lithium have valence electron 1, sodium also have valence electron 1, potassium also have valence electron 1. So all the group elements have same number of valence electron. The number of electrons are increasing, but the number of valence electron remains same. So all the elements present in a group have same number of valence electron and hence their chemical nature is also same. Okay. So the first group elements have valence electron 1. Second group elements have valence electron 2. first group elements are called alkali metals. The specific name given for this first group elements is alkali metals. First group elements are called alkali metals. Second group elements are called alkaline earth metals. First group alkali metals and second group is called alkaline earth metals. Now from group 3 to 12, these group elements from 3 to 12 are commonly called as transition elements. The group from 3 to 12 is called as transition elements. Transition elements. Now group 13, 14, 15, 16 and this 17 group elements, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. These 17 group elements are called halogens, and 18th group elements helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These 18 group elements are called noble gases or inert gases. Okay, 17th group elements are called halogens, 18th group elements are called noble gas, first group elements are called alkali metals and second group elements are called alkaline earth metals, and group 3 to 12 is called transition elements. These are the various names given for different groups. For group 1 and 2, the number of valence electron and group number is same. That is, for first group elements, the number of valence electron is 1, group number is also 1. For second group elements like beryllium, magnesium, when you write the electronic configuration of magnesium or beryllium 2, 2, magnesium 282. So the valence electron is 2. Group number is also 2. So first and second group elements, the number of valence electron and group number is same. But for group 13 to 18, for example boron. Boron, how to write the electronic configuration? Boron belongs to group 13. Electronic configuration of boron is atomic number 5. So electronic configuration is 2, 3. Here the number of valence electron is 3. And the group number of boron is 10 plus valence electron. That is 10 plus 3, that is 13. So boron belongs to group 13. Group number how to find? 10 plus number of valence electrons. So 10 plus 3, 13 is okay. So the group number of boron is 13. Now for carbon. Carbon atomic number is 6. Carbon atomic number 6. So how to write electronic configuration? 2, 4. So number of valence electron is 4. Therefore 10 plus 4 is equal to 14. Group number is 14. 10 plus 4, 14. Carbon belongs to group 14. Group 14. Now nitrogen. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. That is 2, 5. So what will be the group number? 10 plus 5 equal to 15. So nitrogen belongs to group 15. Like this we can calculate. For next element, oxygen atomic number is 8. That is 2, 6. 10 plus 6, 16 is the group number. Like that halogens have valence electron 7. So 10 plus 7, 17. Like this we can calculate the group number. Okay. So for first and second group, the number of valence electron and group number is same. And from 13 to 18, the group number is equal to 10 plus number of valence electron. The first period have only one shell, that is K shell. The first period have only one shell, that is K shell. So the maximum number of electrons K shell can accommodate. K shell have n value 1. So the maximum number of electron K shell can accommodate is 2n square, that is 2 into 1 square equal to 2. Maximum number of electrons K shell can accommodate is 2, and therefore the number of elements present in this first period have only one shell, that is K shell. The first period can accommodate, that is K shell can accommodate only 2 electrons. So the number of elements present in the first period is 2. Which are the elements present in first period? Hydrogen and helium. Only 2 elements are present in first period, isn't it? Now the second period have 2 shells, K shell and L shell. So in second period, 2 shells are there, K shells and L shell. K and L shell. L shell, the N value is 2. L shell can maximum accommodate 2 into 2 square, that is 8. So it can accommodate maximum 8 electron. So the number of electrons present, the number of elements present in second period is 8. Now we shall discuss about various trends in modern periodic table. The first one we are going to discuss is about valency. Valency is the combining capacity of an atom or an element. In previous lessons you have studied during chemical reactions, elements either lose, gain or will share electron. So valency is the number of electron lost, gained or shared by an element during a chemical reaction. Valency depends upon the number of valence electron. For first group elements, the valence electron is 1, valency is also 1. Sodium, potassium, lithium, sodium, potassium, these are the first group elements. Valence electron equal to 1 and valency is also equal to 1. Now for second group elements, valence electron is 2. Second group elements, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, like these elements, the valence electron is 2, valency is also 2. Now for 13th group elements, 13th group means boron, aluminium, gallium, that group. 13th group elements, the valence electron is 3, valency is 3. For 14th group also, valence electron is 4, valency is 4. But for 15th group, the valence electron is 5. Valency will be 8 minus number of valence electron, that is 8 minus 5, that is 3. That means if the number of valence electron is 1 to 4, valency will be same as that of valence electron for 1 to 4. After 4, that means for 5, 6, 7 and 8, number of valence electron, valency is equal to 8 minus number of valence electron. 15th group, valence electron 5, valency 8 minus 5, that is 3. For 16th group, valence electron is 6, valency is 8 minus 6, 2. For 17th group, valence electron 7, valency is 8 minus 7, that is equal to 1. Okay, clear? So valency depends upon the number of valence electron. If the valence electron is from 1 to 4, valency will be same. If the valence electron is 5, 6, 7 or 8, valency is equal to 8 minus number of valence electron. The second property that we are going to study about modern periodic table is regarding the atomic size. Atomic size is the distance between the center of the nucleus and outermost shell of an isolated atom. Usually we measure atomic size in terms of picometer. 1 picometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 12 meters. So such a small measurement, you know the size of an atom is very small. So we usually measure in terms of picometer. Atomic size in a group, as we move from top to bottom in a group, as the number of shells increases, atomic size also increases. So in a group, when we move from top to bottom, as the number of shells increases, atomic size also increases. Okay, we have written the electronic configuration of various elements. We can see that hydrogen have only one shell. Lithium have 2 shell. Sodium have 3 shell. Potassium have 4 shell. Like this it goes on. That is from top to bottom. If you move from top to bottom in a group, the number of shells is increasing. So the atomic size will also increase. As the number of shells increases, the atomic size also increases. In a period, the atomic size generally decreases as we move from left to right. As example, I have taken 3 elements, lithium, beryllium and boron, which belongs to second period. Okay, lithium electronic configuration 2-1, beryllium 2-2 and boron 2-3. You can see that here the number of shells is not increasing, but the number of electrons is increasing. When the number of electron increases, the effective nuclear charge, that is the attractive force exerted by nucleus towards the outermost electron, increases. There is an attractive force between the positive nucleus and negative electron. As the number of electron increases, this attractive force increases. Hence, the nucleus will hold the electrons more tightly towards itself. So, the atomic size decreases. So, when we move from left to right in a period, there is no increase in shell, whereas there is an increase in number of electron, and hence the nuclear charge increases, atomic size decreases. So, this is the general trend followed in the case of atomic size. As we move from top to bottom in a group, the atomic size increases, and as we move from left to right in a period, the atomic size decreases. Now we shall discuss about the metallic and non-metallic property. In this periodic table, you can see that some elements are given in green color, some in pink color, and some in yellow color. These green colored elements are metals. These pink colored elements are metalloids, and these yellow colored elements are non-metals. So in periodic table we have metals, non-metals and metalloids. The left side of this periodic table, that is starting from group 1 to nearly about 1 to 12. The elements are all metals. Alkali metals, alkaline earth metals. These metals, you know, the metals are electropositive in nature. They have the tendency to lose electrons. So when you write the electronic configuration, you know that these elements like sodium, magnesium, all these elements have the tendency to lose electron during a chemical reaction. So such elements are called metals. So all these elements, that is up to group 12, these are metals. Then this zigzag line, like boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, this zigzag line, elements separated by this zigzag lines are metalloids. They are semi-metallic or semi-metals in nature. They have the character of both metals and non-metals. Then at the right side, these elements which are written in this yellow color, these are non-metals. Non-metals have the tendency to accept electron during a chemical reaction. During chemical reaction, you know that chlorine, oxygen, you have written the formation of ionic bond, and you know that these metals have the tendency to accept electron. They are electronegative in nature. So these are non-metals. So these also depends upon their valence electron only. So based on that, we classify elements into metals, non-metals and metalloids in a periodic table. With this, we came to the end of this chapter, periodic classification of elements. In today's video, we have discussed about modern periodic table, the basis of classification of modern periodic table, how elements are arranged in various groups and periods, what is the nature of these elements, all these things. We have also discussed about the trends in modern periodic table. The position of hydrogen in modern periodic table is also not fixed, because hydrogen has electronic configuration similar to alkali metals, and also it resembles to that of halogens. That is why the position of hydrogen is not fixed. It is, you can see the periodic table, the position of hydrogen is just how separated. Okay. That we can say as a limitation also. After reading the textbook, prepare a note. Thank you.